Thank you guys, the new subscribers and the returning ones. I really value you. I appreciate you. I don't take you for granted, guys, for coming to watch our videos. And today, my video will be very, very short because I want to ask you a question. I came across something and I wondered whether it was true, because it can be so sad that Jamaica is so beautiful, yet its own people do not feel the beauty, do not experience the beauty, do not enjoy the beauty. So I came across two videos and I really wondered whether these videos were true or it was just a propaganda. Because I cannot believe Jamaica is that beautiful, and some of, let me say, a great percent of Jamaicans, if this is true, they don't enjoy the beauty, they don't experience the beauty of their country. Maybe I can go direct to the videos, and those, if you're watching me, comment down below whether this is true or not. And if it's not true, if it is true, where do you go to enjoy yourself as a Jamaican? How do you access the beaches if you are Jamaican? How do you maneuver to see the beauty of your country if you are a Jamaican? So I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but I want you to watch the video. And at the end of the video, comment down below whether this is true or not. And of course, you explain so that we can get to know why this happens, or if it doesn't happen, then where do you, or rather, what do you access, and what is the beauty of those beaches that we are able to access? Maybe you can listen to the video first, because I'm going around the bush and you're wondering what I'm talking about.
You know who can't access Jamaica's white sand beaches? Jamaicans. According to local advocacy groups' calculations, less than 1% of Jamaica's coastline is accessible to the public.
Jamaicans have nowhere for themselves. We are living in between waters and we have no access to a beach.
Norris Arscott has been fishing at his local beach for most of his life. But a company bought the land in front of the beach and built a cement wall around the property. The plan? To build another resort.
Me, personally, have no access to another beach. So we had no choice than to go where they push us. Me been occupying that beach for 70 years. Those beaches was like our playground.
There are approximately 74 public beaches on the island, but many of them are in disrepair, charge daily use fees, or are difficult to access without a vehicle. So now, Norris has to bike 10 kilometers every morning along a busy highway to get to the closest beach where he can fish.
I earn more money if I was fishing here. But what happened, I had to be going and coming to and from St. Lawrence Bay to here to make $1. It's a far, tall journey to do from here at 70 years of age. They are pushing us back. This colonial system is coming right back at us.
He sometimes only makes around $25 selling fish. In comparison, the two all-inclusive resorts nearby can cost hundreds of dollars per person per night. Damien Combs lives down the road from Norris. He says his neighbors are also suffering from the lack of income after the beach closure.
So we're looking here at jet skis which have been parked, so to speak. Some of them are broken, some of them have damaged engines. They would sell rides to tourists or sell rides to locals. Jet skis put food on the table.
The Caribbean is the most tourism-dependent region in the world. But according to the UN, approximately 80% of all tourism dollars spent in the Caribbean end up leaving the region.
The thing that the government will tell you, and these hotels, that they create jobs. They create jobs, but what kind of jobs? So you're actually working in a hotel, which you will never ever be able to afford. You have all your independent people that did their own independent work and created their jobs that have lost those jobs. There are people that sell t-shirts, they're the fisher folk. Beach closing basically canceled all those jobs.
Did you guys know that less than 1% of Jamaica's population has access to their beaches in Jamaica? Actually, the number is 0.6% of Jamaica's population, to be exact. And why? Because of colonization. Foreign companies have bought out all the beachfront properties in Jamaica, limiting and preventing access of local indigenous Jamaicans from accessing their beaches, their own beaches. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, the hotels and resorts that are getting built is probably creating jobs, and it's creating, tourism, which is creating economic wealth for the country. Actually, 80% of the wealth created from tourism in not just Jamaica, but all of the Caribbean is moved to Western and foreign countries. I guess this is so triggering for me because oftentimes I hear people who will go to countries like Jamaica and go, oh, there were too many people selling me things on the beaches, and it was just so annoying. Actually, a lot of those people who are selling you souvenirs and trinkets on the beaches used to be fishermen. They used to be independent. But because of hotels and resorts buying up the beachfront properties, they have to resort to selling you rides on jet skis and selling you souvenirs. When we're talking about Jamaica specifically, it's not just beachfront properties that are being purchased by foreign countries and foreign companies. It's also the fact that Jamaica is the world's leading exporter of bauxite, which is the ore of which aluminum comes from. And foreign companies have been mining Jamaica's land for bauxite. And it has taken a toll on the land and its people. And now that it's depleted the land, they're looking to move to more ecologically friendly areas of Jamaica's island. A country that is dependent on tourism for economic stability is a country that is still enslaved, and Jamaica is one of many countries. I mean, this is happening to Puerto Rico, this is happening in the Philippines, it's happening in Thailand, it's happening in Bali. The global south is for purchase. If you are unable to draw the connection between what is happening in Jamaica to what is happening in Palestine to what is happening in Congo and Sudan, you are asleep at the wheel. Because we are in the middle of a global crisis, and this global crisis is now going to end up at our borders because people cannot survive this. This is unsustainable. It is actually very emotional to watch these videos of people in Jamaica who are the stewards of the land. They're not looking to be these rich capitalists. They're looking to just be in harmony with the land, to take care of the land, to enjoy the land. They're not looking to build resorts and hotels. They're just looking to survive. And these are the people, the stewards of the land, that are being displaced. And that's happening everywhere across the global south. And I am constantly wondering what happens when the stewards of the land are gone. What happens to this planet?
Guys, you have watched for yourself and it was self-explanatory. But my question is this true? Is it true that most of the Jamaicans cannot access the beautiful beaches of the country? Are you able to access the beaches in different parts of Jamaica? And why are they prohibited from the public? And I saw that this is not just in Jamaica, it is in most Caribbean countries. And I tend to think this happens in most of the countries where we have oceans or seas and their beaches. They are privatized in such a way that the locals cannot access the beaches. And if this is true, it can be very, very unfair. Because like that old man was talking about fishing. He cannot even be able to fish in those private beaches. And therefore, a livelihood that once belonged to the people of Jamaica is now enjoyed by people outside Jamaica. I found it very, very sad and very, very bad, especially for the people that were getting their livelihood from those beaches through fishing. Maybe the government of Jamaica has enough reasons as to why they prohibited accessing some of the beaches. Because sometimes the locals can also be somehow a nuisance. Let me use that word, though that is not the right word, to the tourist. And maybe, I am not very sure why, maybe the tourists could complain about maybe the locals also, and therefore that is why the beaches were prohibited. Now in Kenya, there are beaches along the coastal line, but I don't know whether they are those private beaches, but I know that we can access most of the beaches along the coastal line. Jamaica is actually having a lot of water masses. Actually, it has so many beaches, and I tend to think maybe Jamaicans are able to access some of the beaches because there are so many beaches in Jamaica. They cannot be privatized, all of them. And therefore, maybe Jamaicans, they are those beaches that they have been allowed to go and enjoy themselves and have a good time along the beaches, while there are other beaches they cannot access. If you are Jamaican and you're watching this video, comment down below and tell us whether Jamaicans are able to access some of the beaches and they are unable to access other beaches. We are going to appreciate your truth about this so that we can be able to know and learn what happens in Jamaica when it comes to the beaches. Now, first from that, I want to inform you that I have created a WhatsApp group for this channel, and if you want to join my WhatsApp group, kindly use the link below. I will put a link below. You use that link to join my WhatsApp group so that we can be friends, we can know each other, we can get to interact. And when you come to Kenya, we can actually communicate and have a good time in our nation. And when I come to Jamaica, the same thing can happen to me. Thank you once again for watching us. See you during the next video. Bye-bye and God bless.